Chapter 4, Going Higher, Stages 1 and 2, 4 stages. I would like to describe 4 stages I have found to be essential for shifting to a perspective of the world where you can see yourself in everyone and everything, where you shift to a larger perspective of unity and there is no sense of isolation or being alone. The first 2 of the 4, the victim stage and the giving stage, are discussed below. The next 2 are discussed in the following chapter, the victim stage. The first of these I labeled the victim stage. In this stage, everything that occurs in your life seems to come from the outside and is happening to you. You are a victim of your circumstances, other people, the environment, well, everything. You are basically an innocent bystander having a lot of terrible things come your way, one after another. I am exaggerating this a bit, but we'll explore more further in the book. The victim stage is a common stage to be stuck in fact tends to be the stage where most of humanity seems to feel trapped. It is a place of powerlessness and limitation. Essentially, the victim stage involves the belief that when something happens in your life that you do not prefer, it is happening to you. You believe you have little or no control or power. Things happen to you in your life, and you are the victim of whatever happens. In this viewpoint, it is hard to let things go, and you are stuck in a perspective of being hurt by others. You do not feel empowered to decide, choose, and determine what happens to you. Giving stage. The next stage is the giving stage. In this stage, you wake up, or are forced to wake up a bit, to see there are other people besides you in the world. It is not just you. More than this, you begin to feel and see there are other people suffering, not just you. I don't mean that you momentarily notice. I mean you feel it, and it impacts who you actually are. You realize there are others in the world, and you must do something, even something small, to help. In this stage, there is a shift towards seeing what others may want or what may be helpful for them. Moreover, you are shifting your perception to see that by giving to others, you also benefit in some way and that we are all interconnected in a larger system. The more positive energy you put out into the world, the more it positively impacts everything, either immediately or over the longer term. If you can't get past the pain in yourself, you can get stuck in it. The giving stage is an important way to switch to another perspective and to move forward past yourself. Another way of saying this, for example, is the more you focus on the tooth that hurts, the more it will become a distraction and get in the way of bigger things you could focus on. Focusing on something besides yourself when you are suffering can be difficult at first, but then can become easier. It's like a habit where you are trapped in focusing on the pain or addicted to your story. By shifting the focus to something outside of yourself, you begin to shift the pain. Giving to others is, in fact, in the larger sense, giving to yourself. In this stage or perspective of giving, you take the pain you have experienced and turn it into fuel for something positive or good. By giving and focusing on something besides yourself, you are in fact really helping yourself because we are all interconnected as one expansive energy field manifested in physical form. What you put out is what will eventually come back to you. More than this, we are all energetically intertwined and ultimately all from and a part of the same field of energy and source. Therefore, in this stage, you begin to understand that the fastest way to help yourself heal from pain is to help others. However, this may take many different forms depending on what is happening to you. For example, if you experience sexual violence as a child and the abuse impacts you as an adult, it may be too difficult or triggering to help children or adults who are suffering because of child sexual abuse. However, if you are healed to a certain extent, it could be helpful to help children or adults who experience something similar to you. Healing largely depends on what you feel best connects with you and what you are drawn to. Use your intuition to see what you are drawn to and what speaks to your soul and heart. Each person can take numerous healing paths. However, the most powerful ones are the ones that you yourself are drawn to. If your soul feels connected to teaching music, do that. If it feels drawn to tutoring at-risk, vulnerable children, do that. If there is anything that lights you up and makes you feel alive and joyful while giving, that is the direction to go. If you don't know or can't figure out what lights you up, just try some new things. Feel them out. The best way is to go out there, see what works for you, and see what you connect with. When it comes to giving, you can be surprised by what lights you up. The most important thing is that you try something and don't give up on it. If you try working at a soup kitchen or with the homeless and do not feel connected to it or feel repelled by it, that's okay. Don't give up on it. Something else may be better suited for your healing and may help shift you away from the focus on the self. Keep trying. I believe every soul knows exactly how it needs to heal and what it needs to do in order to heal from the victim stage. The way to heal from the victim stage is to step into the giving stage. Whether you are ready or not, just start. Take baby steps. Even if it's just helping out a friend unexpectedly or spending a little extra time playing with your pet. It doesn't matter. Just start today now, right now, in this instant. Because we are so interconnected, when we focus on helping to increase the happiness of others, we are indirectly also increasing the happiness of ourselves and helping ourselves. This is not a one-to-one formula in the sense that you can expect it to work immediately. It is, however, a step toward a life with less suffering and faster, easier transmutation and understanding of pain. It also gives you tools to get unstuck in an otherwise seemingly endless cycle of pain. Therefore, start giving now. Find small ways or just new things to start, but start today, and do something intentionally nice for someone every day. This is a huge part of getting out of the cycle of the victim stage. By the way, you are a person too, and so giving to yourself also has a strong impact in the giving stage. The point is just to give something positive instead of negative to the world.